welcome back. I felt the need to come on and make, it's gonna be a quick video, but I felt the need to make a video about Trump and McConnell. I think it's safe to say that Trump doesn't like McConnell. In my last video, I refused to even show what he said because if I wanted to see a giant turtle, I would go to the zoo. I'm gonna go ahead and read the whole statement from Trump about McConnell and then we'll reflect on it. I might cut some parts out of this. Don't think I have a very good reading voice. It's not soothing or anything, so gotta put my glasses on for this one. The Republican Party can never again be respected or strong with political leaders like Senator Mitch McConnell at its helm. McConnell's decision to business as usual, status quo policies, together with his lack of political insight, wisdom, skill, and personality, has rapidly driven him from majority leader to minority leader, and it will only get worse. What a way to start.
Democrats and Chuck Schumer play McConnell like a fiddle. They've never had it so good, and they want to keep it that way. We know our America First agenda is a winner, not McConnell's Beltway First agenda or Biden's America Last. In 2020, I received the most votes of any sitting president in history. Almost 75 million. Every incumbent House Republican won for the first time in decades, and we flipped 15 seats, almost costing Nancy Pelosi her job. Republicans won majorities in at least 59 of the 98 partisan legislative chambers, and the Democrats failed to flip a single legislative chamber to blue. And in Mitch's Senate, over the last two election cycles, I single-handedly saved at least 12 Senate seats, more than 8 in the 2020 cycle alone. Good old Trump always gotta brag. And then came the Georgia disaster, where we should have won both U.S. Senate seats. But
McConnell matched the Democrat offer of $2,000 stimulus checks with $600. That was stupid.
How does that work? It became Democrats' principal advertisement, and a big winner for them it was.
McConnell then put himself, one of the most unpopular politicians in the United States, into the advertisements.
Many Republicans in Georgia voted Democrat or just didn't vote because of their anguish at the inept governor, Brian Kemp, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger? I don't know if I'm saying that right, I kind of don't care. And the Republican Party for not doing its job on election integrity during the 2020 presidential race.
My only regret is that McConnell begged for my strong support and endorsement before the great people of Kentucky in the 2020 election, and I gave it to him. He went from 1 point down to 20 points up, and won. How quickly he forgets. Without my endorsement, McConnell would have lost and lost badly.
Now his numbers are lower than ever before. He is destroying the Republican side of the Senate and in doing so, seriously hurting our country. Facts. Likewise, McConnell has no credibility on China because of his family's substantial Chinese business holdings. He does nothing on this tremendous economic and military threat.
I have not heard anything about McConnell and China, so if you know things or know a link or know where I can get more information on that, please let me know. Which is a dour, sullen, and unsmiling political hack, and if Republican senators are going to stay with him, they will not win again. I just said that the other day, just saying.
He will never do what needs to be done or what is right for our country. Where necessary and appropriate, I will back primary rivals who espouse making America great again and our policy of America First. We want brilliant, strong, thoughtful, and compassionate leadership.
Is he saying that Mitch McConnell isn't that? I mean, just every insult you could throw at this guy, Trump's doing it. Why do I feel like in this letter he's just letting it all out? It's like a therapy session through all of this. It's like he's letting years of frustration with Mitch McConnell just all out into one letter.
Prior to the pandemic, we produced the greatest economy and jobs numbers in the history of our country, and likewise, our economic recovery after COVID was the best in the world. We cut taxes and regulations, rebuilt our military, took care of our vets, became energy independent, built the wall, and stopped the massive inflow of illegals into our country, and so much more. Which
Biden is like basically undoing it all. I don't like what's going on with the whole illegal alien thing. Don't like it.
And now illegals are pouring in, pipelines are being stopped, taxes will be going up, and we will no longer be energy independent. I mean, just facts, just spewing facts. Nothing you can really say about that. This is a big moment for our country, and we cannot let it pass by using third-rate leaders to dictate our future.
I don't think Trump could have said it any better. I mean, that's my real honest opinion. I do not like Mitch McConnell. I only barely tolerated him before because of Trump. I was like, well, Trump seems to really trust in him. I'll think about it. And then he just immediately fucked him over. Like I was afraid would happen. Trump just he put too much faith in the wrong people, that's for sure. So Lindsey Graham went on Sean Hannity, which if I'm being real, I never watched Sean Hannity because he's a little too apologetic for a lot of idiots in the Republican Party and just like accepts it because they are Republican. But it seems like maybe he's getting over that. So maybe, maybe I'll start watching him from time to time. The only reason I watched it is because I saw Lindsey Graham's name in it. And I like to criticize Lindsey Graham. I don't know why. he's very easy to criticize, I guess. Maybe that's why. Because trust me, his name does not get a lot of views. The videos where I put his name in the title, no one cares. After the January 6th, incident, he's been back and forth about Trump, like, I'm sick of him, I'm done with him, we're friends, we're going golfing. It just, he makes no sense, and it's typical flip-flopping Rhino Lindsey Graham. He tries to play this whole interview like, I just want them to get along, because it's what's best for Republicans, which it probably is, maybe. He's still recognizing, he hasn't flip-flopped yet on this, that Trump is the leader of the Republican Party. Realistically, that's where the voter base is like with Trump, and people Trump endorses are probably going to win. It's just how it is.
To my Republican colleagues in the Senate, let's try to work together. Realize that without President Trump, we're never going to get back in the majority. And to President Trump, you're going to have to make some changes for you to reach your potential. Now, at the end of the day, we're going to hang separately, or we're going to hang together as Republicans.
I want to see him use the same type of indignation, outrage against the language of Schumer, Kamala Harris, Maxine Waters. And guess what? We haven't seen it. And if he's not going to do that, he's not in a position to lead anybody.
Like I said, Lindsey Graham, all he cares about is re-election, his image, and what he gets from all this. So obviously, he's smart enough to realize going with Trump is the way to go, like I said. And he's trying to encourage Mitch McConnell to realize the same. He said he's never been more worried about an election before than he is 2020. That tells you all you need to know. Why are you worried about that and not, I'm worried about the policies that might be passed now. I'm worried what might happen by 2022.
I'm more worried about 2022 than I've ever been. I don't want to eat our own. President Trump is the most consequential Republican in the party. If Mitch McConnell doesn't understand that, he's missing a lot. But my beef is not with Mitch McConnell because he has the same policy views I do. My beef is that we need to knock this off. Kevin McCarthy is the leader of the House Republicans. He's taken a different approach to President Trump. I would advise Senator McConnell to do that.
He's so transparent. We need to knock this off. No, Lindsey Graham, no. Republicans who have like a good head on their shoulders still, a few of them have recognized there is like something that needs to happen between like the establishment Republicans and the people who support them, and then people in the Republican Party who support Trump. Something needs to happen, and someone's got to go. It's going to be someone. Someone's ideas are going to be pushed to the forefront. And then CNN reported, which, I mean, take this with a grain of salt. I could see it, I guess, maybe is why the only reason I'm putting this in here. I could actually see this one happening, maybe being credible, maybe. Mitch McConnell reportedly laughed when he heard about what Trump wrote about him.
Mitch McConnell actually laughed about Donald Trump's statement when he first saw it yesterday. This, according to a source familiar with the matter. The statement, of course, lashing out at Mitch McConnell in the aftermath of the impeachment trial. But Mitch McConnell has no plans to respond. In fact, I'm told by multiple sources that he plans to ignore Donald Trump altogether as he tries to navigate the post-Trump era. Now, then he later wrote an op-ed for the Wall Street Journal doubling down on that contention that Donald Trump was responsible for what happened, later prompting Donald Trump to lay out that blistering attack, personal attack, going after Mitch McConnell. And
I just don't think Mitch McConnell realizes he's very disliked, by most people. I don't know anybody, Republican or Democrat, in between who likes Mitch McConnell. Trump was right when he said that matching the $2,000 with $600 was fucking stupid. It was one of the dumbest things you could do at one of the dumbest times you could do it. A lot of people who don't pay attention to the details, or they're not as deeply invested in politics as me or you. They don't know everyone's name, so they see Mitch McConnell, who is, representing the Republican Party in the Senate. They see him do this and they think we're all like that. Do I think that's logical? No. That's something that's obviously going to happen because a lot of people have lives or just really find this kind of shit annoying or frustrating or maddening to listen to and pay attention to all the time. So those people who just kind of pay attention on a very surface level, all they see is Mitch McConnell saying $600. So all in all, nothing Trump said was necessarily wrong. You asked CNN, everything he said was wrong. Mitch McConnell didn't need Trump's help. Yes, he did. Kevin McCarthy Lindsey Graham, they're both just playing the game. They're being strategic and clinging on to Trump again because they see this is probably the way. This is probably the way that's going to go. And they're hoping to get reelected because that's all these establishment Republicans care about. Do I think that this was necessarily like needed from Trump? No, but a lot of statements from Trump that are like some of the best, most quotable, most memeable sometimes are ones that did not necessarily need to be said. It's very Trump-like. He had to respond to what Mitch McConnell said. Like, did you expect him not to? You know better than that. So thank you for reading along with me. And I know I said I wouldn't make a video for a while, but this didn't take that long. It was just too funny to not share. I mean, just saying Mitch McConnell has no personality is probably one of the best things Trump's ever said because it's also one of the truest. Fact check that, CNN. Mitch McConnell has no personality. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. You know, something interesting happens. My videos will probably be short like this for a while, or who knows? Who knows? I can't seem to stay away from you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already because like 70% of my viewers aren't subscribed. What's up with that? Bye, guys.